Okay, I better get the game on, and I'll finish doing setup. There we go. Okay.
Everybody's got a showcase. Everybody's got a hyperspace. Both of these guys have been on the Pimp My Deck show.
I'm realizing that the machine is causing some of the lag here. And somehow, what is happening here, guys? Okay.
Getting a little bit up.
Yeah, I'm not sure what's happening there, but it is a thing. Let me work on a couple of odds and ends here.
Are we going out?
Oh, yeah, you're good. You're live.
Okay,
You're 100%
so people
live.
are listening to me question.
They can hear you.
All right.
Yep.
Enough.
But I'm still trying to get some setup in here.
So we've got a dude on the left that heals. We've got a sentinel on the right and a
little bit of ramp.
Super laser ramp on the right. Now the left Hunter ramped as well. He just did it directly without a dude in the way. So with a resupply.
I'm gonna choose the
We've got a
Yeah,
command.
there you go. He's got a Yularen.
He's going to beef up Yularen and make more money. I'm betting the super laser tech is going to crash right into Yularen.
Oh, calm down. Let's kill the sentinel.
Yularen is one away from death, but still alive.
Okay, I'm trying to get command to come up.
Ooh.
And now he gets took.
And now my cards aren't. Now nothing's working.
I'll take initiative.
That's what we're for. He gets took. We make a Qi'ra. We get healed. Dinged for half.
Oh, is that a traitorous?
Yeah.
He gets healed on the traitorous? No, okay.
No, we got healed when Qi'ra flipped. He heals everybody, then
heals
dings everybody
traitors.
for
That's
half rounded
rude.
down.
All right, let's see if the leader's updated.
The Hunter should be indignant at this point because he's the one that wants to steal people.
Oh.
That's just kind of one of Kira's bag of tricks, whereas the Hunter wants to be the one stealing
I
people.
didn't think about it. I would have said something. I'm gonna
So Max claimed there forgetting to swing with Qi'ra. Hunter just goes straight for a resupply.
1, 2, 3. Oh, nice. Okay, that's me.
CL is...
We're gonna deploy and take my guy back.
Okay, so we got a ploy, and he came back.
So he was traitorous, and then...
And now taken back.
And
so
now
the
taken
traitorous
back.
still exists.
So the traitorous is technically still there as Palpatine comes onto the board.
Other, yeah.
I'm gonna play him and heal one from the alarm. So this goes.
These guys are playing quick.
I'm gonna steal some from
Yep.
the side here.
Okay, I need to get
Played
the
a
base health
dude. He
correct.
played a
There we
green
go.
dude
Heal one
that
off
healed
Yularen.
because he has Yularen in his hand.
Coming in with a Sentinel.
Gonna fix his draw here coming up. He's gonna keep the Sentinel. Puts the other guy on the bottom. Got veteran card hand shuffler Hunter over here. Got another Sentinel in hand.
Alright, sounds good. I'll go ahead and kill Qi'ra.
And Palpatine goes and knocks off Qi'ra.
Knocks out Qi'ra. He's got 8 health, I believe.
Did Hunter double? He did. He double ramped to get here because he played a command and a resupply.
Oh no! Then he played another resupply.
Oh, he played 2 resupplies, and I missed the
He
second.
played
Okay, I
2
missed the second.
resupplies. Yeah.
Okay.
This has shifted dramatically.
Chats,
one point,
go ahead.
I was saying, at one point it was nothing versus Qi'ra and a stolen Connor Yularen.
And yep, but that ramp lets let Hunter keep up and come out almost. I mean, when Palpatine can come out on almost on Kira's schedule, that's a little crazy.
Vader's gonna make some
Definitely going to be seeing a little more of the Dark Lord of the Sith this match. I suspect he is very prominent in both players' decks. Max digging here, looking at some of these guys.
I saw him. Somebody's asking about a potential cheat. I saw him put the card on the bottom. I saw the card go to the top of the deck. I did not see if the card went with his hand back to his hand.
Oh, in terms of when he did his little shenanigans with Inferno 4.
Yes.
Yeah,
so
I don't know.
He looked
either.
at the top 2. I saw the one go to the bottom. I saw the one go to the top, but I didn't follow the hand on the way. His hand on the way back to holding his card, so I couldn't tell you if there was one in it.
Hey, look.
Vader into the Vader.
We had a Gamorrean Retainer come out. He immediately got bumped off, and then now it's the Dark Lord of the Sith on the other side of the table.
Both these guys know what they're doing, so the game's moving quickly.
Yeah.
That is a Gamorrean Retainer.
Yes, it is.
Yes, I see a Gamorrean Retainer there.
And then
Hunter's got the full hyperspace, too.
Yeah, we'll
I'm
ambush
enjoying
Vader.
this. That's a pretty card.
5 battle. These are 5.
I need to pick up some of those. I don't play Palp very much anymore, but that card is gorgeous. The Emperor's Guard.
4 to base.
Pass.
Or claim.
Yeah, sorry.
You're good. You're 4 to base.
Going back to the chat, it feels like Palp should sacrifice Yularen just to
For
match
story,
the
yeah, for story purposes. Yeah, I love it.
And then I'll pass.
We're getting pretty close to Super Laser Blast territory, though.
I
So
mean, you have
if,
to believe it's in Qi'ra's deck.
I
You certainly
see
have to be.
an Avenger. I see another Steel card, another Traitorous.
Hunter's sitting on a Rook and a Reinforcement Walker. I do see the Avenger. You have to believe that's coming this turn, but I mean, I don't know that that's going to make a massive difference in this game.
Unless elsewhere in his.
He's definitely sitting on 2 events. I think one of them's a takedown. Looks like the second card from the left is a no.
Entrenched.
Is that a Fell the Dragon?
Avenger.
9? Oh, that's
Yeah,
the
he's
Avenger.
just going to go ahead and bring an Avenger.
There is no Super Laser Blast in his hand.
Okay.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Oh, I like that. I like Hunter has Rook in his deck. That doesn't make all the decks. Got ECL for Rook.
Vader swings for 5. Max down to 13 on. Client's going to finish him off, get rid of his
Client
shield.
getting into the battle.
4 from Yularen. That Yularen has stuck on the board, ladies and gentlemen. Believe it or not, that's wild.
Everybody wants him. Well, he played the Avenger here. He's going to try and take him back in a minute, I think. Unless he's resourced the Traitorous, which I'm not sure why he would do that. He would do that. Just take Yularen because that gets you heals.
Does he have a Traitorous in his hand?
He had one earlier. He may not have it now. It might have gotten resourced.
4 to base.
Only 5 HP left for Max. He's going to claim.
Reinforcement Walker.
Reinforcement Walker's going to definitely do Hunter some good work here.
And pass.
Hunter is also
for
not turning his
God's
stuff
sake.
all the way sideways.
I should think too. Remember that for next time.
I have a bully pulpit. I might as well use it to tell people
You
to
go
turn their
right
cards
ahead,
sideways.
sir. You go right ahead.
All right.
So how much?
So he can do. Hunter can do 6 here. He needs to do
This guy's
5.
got
Hunter can do
5 for 3
6. So
lives.
Vigilance is in hand, though.
Try to stabilize.
Get Vigilance.
Oh,
We're
nice.
going to waste Yularen. Going to heal 5, so he's going to take 6 back.
Yeah, the generators.
Give me that back.
Give it to me.
Could have kind of a swing here.
OB to kill this guy.
Oh, never mind. Unless he's got to kill him now.
Oh, good call.
Got him with a Fell the Dragon.
I'll have to take that trade every time.
Max got a heal off when I wasn't looking. Sorry.
Yeah, I think I'm just gonna do.
Was it a
this.
Vigilance?
It was a Vigilance. He
Okay.
killed a guy and got a Vigilance. He lost to Rook. A lot of cards flying around here. He finally pulled the ECL to kill the client.
4 to base, and I'll pass.
4 more from Palpatine. Keeps Max down in single digits. Whew. Sorry. Trying to keep up with everything here. I was expecting these guys to play a little more. I mean, this is for a bit of a control-y matchup where we're out at 10, 11 resources.
Well,
We've barely been at this 10 minutes.
yeah, but they both of them know what they're doing. Both
Oh,
of them
yeah, for sure.
flew through the first several rounds.
Speaking of reinforcement walkers.
Here we go. Now they're not just trading haymakers.
Wanna keep it,
Yep.
or just-
Max going to come in with one of his own.
It sucks. Yeah, when you hit the. Yep.
He hits a Vader. Got to ditch it for the heal. Can't afford not to. Still at single digits. Rook can take out the Walker by himself.
This is tough. Yeah, we just got trade.
He's going to do it. He's going to make the trade.
Trade them.
I do not.
Oh.
I wish I did.
Oh, that's a good one too.
Pike Sentinel
Yeah, we'll run into him.
Blowing cards.
comes in and
for
immediately gets
time.
offed by Palpatine.
So that
Hunter
attack
takes-
says he doesn't need the button.
Yeah.
Another reinforcement walker.
I mean, I'll draw it.
I'll claim.
He kept that one in his hand.
I'll pass.
And then a Black Sun Starfighter. A
What?
Sentinel in space.
That's cool.
That's nice. That's one of my favorite cards out of that
Good
set.
touch.
But you don't see it a whole lot.
2 health is
Yes, I was.
makes it a tough choice.
No, thank you.
Here's where, yeah, so the game gets long as they jockey for position here.
I'm also
Qi'ra deck. Max over here is going to be ripping things off the top of his deck to save him.
Oh yeah, sorry. That was
Can be another vigilance.
There comes another vigilance. It's going to take that guy
Kill.
shouldn't have put him out there.
and heal 5, so he's going the wrong way for
6 to
Hunter.
base.
Hunter's going to put it right back. So the
Plus
net
1.
is going to be a loss of 1.
+1.
He added 5 and then took 6 damage.
What do you choose here?
Power
Keep
the dark side.
Oh, do you keep? You don't keep
4 to base.
Palpatine, huh?
4 to base. He wants to
you
make
don't-
sure he's pushing the damage before another vigilance shows up, because now, unless Max has an answer for Palpatine, Hunter can just claim.
Oh, it is 26. Yeah,
He's at
right
26.
there. So, well,
He's going to go for Relentless in space. I think I would have just claimed there, but we'll see what he has.
I don't know what Max would have had there that
Command.
Relentless wouldn't deal with. One of the things, like anything that's going to kill Palpatine before he can attack is going to be a.
All right.
Maybe he hits a sentinel there.
I was like, well, look like anything. Whatever.
Late command comes in. Hunter's going to claim gain 1. Got ahead, stayed ahead, worked through, 10 points of healing? Maybe a little more than that.
10
Certainly
points
2
of healing,
vigilances.
2 vigilances. Max put in a valiant effort there at the end.
He really did.
He ran out of.
Now,
I think it was the Rook that did him in. I think the Rook
I
was
agree.
the. He was able to
You're a better control deck.
ECL Rook to kill the client, which turned off a lot of possible healing, and then he was able to take down the 6/9, the Walker.
13 damage because he 2 vigilance and 1 use of the walker.
Yeah, and Rook was some great tech there.
Still pushed through 30 damage.
Big thing? No, I like that.
Interesting matchup between these two decks. All right, let's reset this game
Let's see.
All right, let's see if I can
and
make
put
it
Hunter in the win column.
game 3.
There we go. All right, a little bit of sideboard action for both players. They usually, I think the official rules, they have up to 3 minutes to sideboard cards in and out of their deck. I don't know. I've never seen that heavily, strictly enforced. But I don't believe that is the way the official rules are
Yeah,
written.
it's like the mat thing. They have the rule that exists there that says you can only use
Official mats.
official mats or
Right.
solid color mats, just in case somebody shows up with a bunch of naked chicks on their mat, so they can be like, yeah, you didn't follow the rules here, get that out of here. They have the 3 minutes. If somebody sits there and dithers around with their deck for 10 minutes, they
Right.
can call them.
Right.
Otherwise, they're not going to. 3.5 minutes, whatever it is. But I don't expect either of these. Both these guys look like they know what's going on.
I mean, they
right now.
certainly, the speed at which that game moved, it was interesting. Earlier we were watching Kylo. I'm used to Kylo games going very quickly. And, we got 2 games in, but it still took, 35 minutes. That's really unusual for Kylo. These guys are playing like big, high, top-end, control-y type decks almost, and are just blowing through it.
They have both run this matchup many, many times.
Yeah, it's an indication of the experience and the comfort level with the deck in their hand, obviously.
Hey, I only have one request. If you win, you keep winning.
I'm trying.
Did you hear Max? Max says, "I only have one request. If you win, keep winning."
It's a
Both these
solid
guys
request.
are 2-0, right? I picked these guys
Right.
off of table 5.
Right.
So they're 2-0 coming into this matchup. And of course, Max understandably concerned about his tiebreaker
Tiebreakers.
matchups, later in the day.
Stuff like that. It's like, oh god.
Now, you played a bunch of Palpatine Green back in set 1. You won a set 1 store showdown.
I did.
With a deck like that.
Jingo, or
Have you messed with it recently? Is it something you've gone back to in recent weeks? I'm just kind of picking your brain here.
I went back to it and I played it in a small one of the $5 tournaments for the people at the store, and it didn't do well at all.
Interesting. Was
it
it the
wasn't-
matchups?
It was. I don't know if I don't remember the specific matchups that I had, but I remember sitting there thinking that the things that I had done in set 1 no longer worked.
Interesting.
So it wasn't. I didn't feel like my draw was bad. I didn't feel like I made a bunch of mistakes playing. Now, I'm very critical about my own play because that's the thing that I can control is my own play. But just watching myself play the deck and do the things that I was doing the things I was expecting to do with the deck. It worked the way I wanted. I just got run over and over
Right.
by a bunch of stuff that it wasn't really meta, that wasn't really high end, that didn't feel like high end stuff. So to me, it felt like Palpatine wasn't
very, very kindly.
viable anymore. At least that flavor that I was running wasn't viable anymore. The power level that I was able to I was able to put the brakes on my opponent in set 1, using Palp, I was able to put the brakes on my opponent in such a way that I was able to get to the top-end stuff, and when I played it more recently, it wasn't at all.
It's interesting to hear you say that, right? Because obviously Hunter, playing this deck today, coming in very comfortable with it, obviously having some success with it. And so far, what I'm noticing, we haven't seen a lot of new cards in this deck. Like, so far, the stuff we've seen has all largely been
The
set
first,
1
this
cards.
is very, very close to
right?
the list from the first set.
Right. It feels like a deck that he has not had to make too many tweaks to get it to where it is today.
I mean, he replaced the subblock guards with the one that just gets bigger.
Right, the Phase 3 Dark Trooper.
The
sure,
Phase
why
3
not?
Dark Trooper. That's all I've kind of seen. Now, I can see his hand. It looks like he's got a sideboard card from Twilight in his hand.
Okay.
The Coordinate. No, maybe it's not the Coordinate. I think that guy's blue. But there's a Coordinate. That guy on top. Well, so he's being flipped on top
yeah,
with
that's
the
one of
command.
that's one of those Coruscant guards, I think, or something like that. We'll see it when it comes out. See if he plays it.
That looks like, but I think that's a sideboard card because he saw a lot of cards in that first match.
Yeah.
And we didn't see that at all.
Yep.
Dude, no joke.
Chat saying that Hunter has been rocking Palp Green since the very first Dallas PQ. That would have been, last fall, I believe? Back in October.
Well, this previous fall, yes.
Yeah,
Okay,
the
so
previous
I'm thinking
fall. I mean, so if he's been on it he's been playing it that long, he certainly knows what he is up to by every conceivable measure, right?
Oh, no.
The one thing I don't have a lot of experience with sideboarding because I don't play a lot of best of 3 matches.
This is a tough one.
Buckethead. Max is a buckethead. I don't know if that's a group of players or if that's like he's in the 501st and just not in his Stormtrooper outfit right now. I'm not entirely sure.
All right, look at the Pershing, and yep, there is your Coruscant guard on the left.
So what does he get? He's got
Well, let's have a quick peek.
Coordinate something.
There you go. Coordinate ambush. The 3-2 for 2.
3-2 for
Coordinate
2.
ambush. And we'll throw Pershing up just so folks can
Let's see.
remember.
What would that be good? That would be pretty decent
I'll hit him for 3.
anti-pike guard tech. That seems pretty good.
Is Pershing a set 3 card?
I know how good he is.
Is what? Pershing?
Pershing's a set 2 card, isn't
He's
he?
set 2, I believe.
Why don't I have him in here? He's blue villain, right? What is happening?
So I'm thinking of all the other 3-2,
Okay, I got to work on that.
One of those
the 3-2 2-drops that he might have used instead, like the Viper Probe Droid. I'm curious why he chose that one. I'm guessing that maybe late in the game the ambush comes in and it can be useful. If Max throws down
All right.
a pike,
Sure. Goodbye. Kills himself.
pike sentinel guy early, or at the beginning of the turn, like then
We're gonna do
Hunter could throw down the ambush guy, hit coordinate, and take it out, and then basically nothing has happened, but both of them blew some resources.
Big command coming in for Hunter right there, right? Able to buff the phase 3 and resource. That's a great play.
Why did Pershing die?
He was sacrificed to cards.
To who?
So I think the ambusher hit him for 3, and then Max killed him to draw another card, and then has now replaced him.
3 to base.
So he has 5. He
got smashed for 3, and then at the top of this turn, he drew again.
Oh, okay, so he drew again.
Yeah, he got 2 cards
so
off
fast,
of it.
I didn't catch the
He
end
got
of
2
the
cards
turn.
off of it.
All right, I got it.
Okay, get the base elves caught up. All right, let's see where we're at. 5/5 Sentinel on the ground is a big problem Max is going to have to deal with here. Doesn't really have the tools on the board to deal with it. The question is, does he have the tools in his hand? He could chop him down. Like he could flip Qi'ra at any time at this point, which is where we're going to start. Qi'ra going to come out and make a giant mess of the board. Ping off the client's shield and steal 2 of Pershing's HP.
A little surprised.
That was the top card. I did not see anything.
Are we on turn 5? We're on turn 5. Has Max ramped at all?
Max has not, doesn't look like it. He hasn't. Hunter has 6 resources, so he's 1 resource ahead. So we're going to knock off the client with the 5/5 guard. What's interesting is that guard should have picked up another experience token there. Hunter missed it. I don't believe that's
Pull the card up.
I don't believe that's a May trigger. Let's go double check. It's going to come up on the wrong side of the board. No, it's not a May. He took damage from the client. So he should have another experience token on that guard. The OB is going to clean up Qi'ra.
I'll do this right away.
Yep.
Things are so speedy in this game.
And I
I'll
killed
have to look aside for a moment.
Stop. I'm already dead.
Ambusher going to go ahead and murder poor Pershing.
Phase 3 trooper, was that missing an experience, or was it cut?
He was dealt combat damage from the client.
He hasn't dealt damage.
What was that?
Oh wait, he took
He took damage from the client
Yeah, so the
and
judges have
survived.
been talking to him.
should have gained an experience on that.
Correct. There you go.
It goes to 3. So yes, you're right.
There we go. He's got
There
it
we
now.
go. This judge communication thing is
It's working out.
working.
That's working out.
Oh, if it's a May, no,
It's not a May. We checked it.
Well, you can't talk to him. He can't hear you.
I'm glad it's working, though.
Yeah, they're being really responsive to the judges. We kind of hit one of these every time.
I'm gonna flip, right?
Yep.
To me, that's one of the best things about using command on that particular unit. Because if you can buff it to a 5/5 and he can survive a little bit of damage, it just gets that much more difficult for your opponent to clear it off the board.
It just keeps getting bigger.
He just keeps
The-
getting more
the-
irritating to deal with.
The piece of the check of his ability is only having 3 health. So
Yes.
Attack him when he attacks offensively.
Correct. Most people are used to him dying when he attacks offensively, but the way the card is written, it's just straight up. If he takes combat damage and lives, he gets an XP. That counts even if he attacks.
I mean, he took him out with the.
I mean, in the end, it's not. Yeah, it doesn't significantly impact the board, but it is noteworthy. Hunter saying, he's like, I always forget his game text works like that.
3-2 base. All right. Do you want a unit to steal?
Hunter has gone pretty aggressive here.
Well,
Putting
so
11 damage in.
It's only 7. It's not. Hunter's Max is like, you want a unit to steal. Hunter's not there yet. Hunter's not on the flip turn. He's only got 7 resources down. He apparently slowed down somewhere, or Max just ramped this round. He just smashed the super laser tech in and got the resource he needed to deploy Vader. So we're going to bring Vader in.
Do you want to cut this?
Vader doesn't get his ambush because the Death Trooper got it for him.
Correct, but in the end, the end result is the same. He cleans the board up. That was the goal there, I'm sure.
He accomplished what he wanted to accomplish.
Exactly.
Our record's not clean.
Now Vader, here comes his own Vader, but
Yep.
it's not the cool black Vader. Oh nope.
They're handing them out like
Different
candy
thought.
nowadays. No, I'm joking. Let's see.
Vader's going to come in and bring himself some friends.
Now one thing that did save
Nice.
is Palpatine flipping and stealing Vader.
Correct.
Can't be done until he puts damage on Vader. So that's
Correct.
one of the good things that happened with Death Trooper
Well,
for Max.
And Brian, we said, but again, with Palpatine, like, it's not there yet. It's going to be next turn unless he ramps this round. And with playing Vader, his resources are gone. So we know Palp's probably not coming until next round. He is going to go ahead and ambush in and bring out a super laser tech. So the Dark Lords of the Sith beat each other into submission, but neither dies.
It'd be fun to see this all
Max claims.
animated. It'd be fun to see this animated, like a show, and like just see two Darth Vaders beating on each other.
Now, Max obviously still behind here, but not so far behind it's unrecoverable. This is a big
What are
turn
the
for
hands
Hunter.
like? We got 4 cards on the left,
And you got about 6
more
on the right.
More than on the right. It's not.
You've got a Vigilance, I think another Vader. There's an Avenger in there. There's a Reinforcement Walker. All the kind of big top end stuff you sort of expect to see out of a villain blue-green. He's got quite a bit of it in his hand at this point.
He can't really like he can. I don't know that I like that play because it leaves Palp.
Well, now he's just going to knock Vader off.
Yeah, but now okay. Well,
I'm not sure. I'm not sure I would have done that either.
You know what?
Like when Max killed Hunter's Vader, he could have flipped Palp.
Right, but Hunter doesn't have. He's going to have to play something.
And then deal damage with Palp.
Well, not necessarily. Look at the commands. He can deal damage.
He has to deal.
He's going to go ahead and sack with Palpatine. That's interesting. I don't think I would have done that.
What would you have done?
The command allows you to damage a unit.
Then
Yes, it does.
what does it do damage to?
How'd you know?
Look at. Hang on a minute. Wait for the rogue guard to
It
go away.
kills a non-unit.
No. Read command again.
I'm actually going to go ahead and commit.
Oh, but you have to have a dude.
A friendly unit deals damage to its power equal to a non-unique enemy unit.
But
He
didn't
could.
have friendly units.
He
That guy.
He had a Royal
Yeah,
Guard.
okay.
He could have dealt 3 damage to the Royal Guard with the command
And kept it.
and kept the Royal Guard and then flipped Palp and stolen the Walker. And he would have had 3 units. Now, what he chose to do was sack his own unit with Palpatine.
Yeah, I know that
Okay.
one.
And so on. So that's how we got to where we are. And it looks like we got 1 more damage on.
Yeah, I was focused on it being not unique.
Yes.
Not remembering that
Correct.
it does it with damage. Super laser.
There's
That
the super
that was
laser
an
blast.
equalizer right
Okay. So just like that, we're back to being clean board again.
there. So we're both sides are at 9. They're both flush with resources. They've both blown their leader.
10.
Fistful of cards on both sides. I think Hunter has more cards at this point. But Max isn't hurting for cards.
Nope. Vader into a Sentinel.
At this point, it kind of feels Hunter's side kind of feels like the Kylo side, where he's trying to just push the last. He's only at 11. But
I mean,
12.
we'll see. Some of that's going to depend. I mean, at this point he's seen 1 super laser blast. Obviously Max. Hunter doesn't know that the Avenger's in his hand, but you have to suspect that it's coming at some point. So
He does.
trying to get some units on the board here.
Matt, 6.
You certainly know it's in the deck. You saw it last game.
But he's playing. And he's got to play as if it's in his hand.
Yes. Palpatine, of course, is built for these kind of slogfests, though.
Mm-hmm.
His top end is strong enough that, he's absolutely capable of going toe-to-toe with this villain blue deck.
Uh-oh.
Max has got 9.
The Avenger.
There he is.
Yularen is gone.
Poor Yularen.
That's
Vader swings in.
I'll do. Why not?
3 to base.
He's going to use Qi'ra's game text to shield up the Avenger as the Trooper pushes some damage.
Flame the initial.
Max is going to have to.
Oh, my goodness.
Guys, the
Look at
tech
it. Choose sides, ladies and
Wow.
gentlemen. What a great use of this card.
What an elbow drop from the top rope that was. Holy cow.
Absolutely brutal.
I had that happen to me in
Stealing-
a casual game earlier on last week sometime, and it was, oh, God.
Now, what's interesting, that is not a set 1 card. That might be one of the first, other than the Sentinels, one of the first non-set 1 cards that we've seen out of Hunter. We were talking earlier about the adaptations you made out of Palpatine. Did you try it? Choose sides in this deck.
I did have a choose sides in the deck. I didn't ever get to play it.
Okay.
Oh, that was amazing.
That's brutal. That is absolutely
Sit on
backbreaking.
that card, you wait for your moment.
Yeah.
And then you
Especially after Qi'ra shielded it. He stole the shield and everything, too.
I'm
Power of the
willing
Dark
to
Side,
bet-
he's going to kill Vader. Of course
willing
he's
to
going to
bet
kill
you can
Vader.
have Vader.
Of course he's going to kill Vader. You're 100% going to keep a shielded Avenger on the board.
And kill something.
Yeah, he's going to get his guy back and push Max all the way down to 2.
We're going to need a super laser blast in a hurry here.
Max is treading water here with a vigilance. And he's going to mill 6 off the top of Hunter's deck because he doesn't have much better to do with it.
Avenger hits for 8, right?
Yes.
So
Why did this
scoop,
stop?
Or just,
Yeah, there we go.
oh,
But he
or-
just healed for 5. Yep.
Or just punch the table.
I mean,
Like, that's
he's
just-
going to play Devastator. He just dropped a Devastator.
Yeah. Why? Because he could. That's why.
Because Palpatine can. That's
because
why.
screw you. That's why.
Because screw you. That's why.
Just
Goodness gracious, ladies and gentlemen, what a match! Hunter just putting on an absolute masterclass in Palpatine green here.
God.
Now, this is a. I would argue that this is a really, really good matchup for Hunter
Yeah.
because he's sitting down against someone he knows he doesn't have to race.
Yeah. It's you have one deck that does
It's just but it's
a thing. You have Qi'ra that does control and then plays a late game.
Yeah.
But it also has a little bit more of an early game than Hunter does. And Hunter's built his deck to try and stop things that have a way better early game
Yes.
than Qi'ra does. So he's doing that very easily.
Yeah.
And his late game is his power of his deck is really pushed to the late game. So both decks going to the late game, that ends up with tilted way in Hunter's.